The three men had two charges against them. One of them was consumption, which had a possible sentence of 4 years, which is what they got. The other charge against them was possession with the intent to distribute, and that could have had a potential sentence of 15 years, but those charges were dropped.
So interesting. Could have gone as much as 15 years. Serious allegations of torture at the very beginning of the arrest. What are these all about?
Yeah, there have been these allegations of torture that have lingered throughout this case. What happened, John, is these men were arrested in July. They said they were picked up by police, subsequently taken to the desert and then to a hotel room where two of the boys were staying. And they said they were subjected to electrical shocks via taser. They also said they had guns held to their heads.
This is very serious than the allegations.
Very serious allegations. The police have flatly denied all those allegations. In fact, we spoke to a manager of Dubai Police Human Rights Department today, in which he said those allegations were considered, they were looked into and investigated, and then they were rejected after being investigated in accordance with international standards by Dubai Police. We also had one of the defense lawyers who spoke about some of those torture allegations after the verdict was announced in court today.
With regard to the allegation of torture, the problem is that the suspects did not raise it with the police or the general prosecutor. During the investigation, this torture allegation came up 1 week after I was hired to defend one of them. At that time, he said he was tortured.
Still, Reprieve, which is a UK legal charity that campaigns for prisoner rights, had appointed a lawyer to this case, and they questioned the independence of that investigation, and they have repeatedly called for a complete independent medical inquiry from the start, John.
Not surprisingly, this went all the way to the top with Prime Minister David Cameron coming on the eve of a visit by the President of the UAE, Sheikh Khalifa, a state visit being received by the Queen. So very sensitive in terms of timing.
So that state visit is on Tuesday. Sheikh Khalifa is set to be in the UK on Tuesday. So Reprieve, along with Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International, wrote a letter to David Cameron in which they raised, among many other things, concerns about these three men. David Cameron responded, saying he was also concerned about those allegations, and he said Britain would press for an independent, impartial investigation. So it went right all the way up to the top, John.